Actually, I haven't looked at Ethereum in absolute ages. Absolute ages. And I don't know why. But chart. What a chart, if I say so myself. Clear top here. Let's mark it. Let's mark this. Because I think a lot of people were also waiting for it back to 800. We got it in June. We nearly got it in June last year. And Ethereum is just looking like an absolute monster, guys. I'm going to just mark a few ranges here. Obviously, we know where the top was for Ethereum back here, which was close to 5K. And what is it doing? Let's just zoom in a little bit closer. Another range. Let's kind of mark that because we have been hitting this range. And kind of see the midpoint here. Move this line a small bit. Just a little tip as well, because I think a lot of people get fixated about this support and resistance and they freak out. They're like, well, my line isn't as yours, right? Or it doesn't touch where you should be. Or you're not to the top of the candle, or you're not touching the body and, you know, it should be. If it works for you, if you see the range, if you're making money, fuck the rest. Honestly. I use the lines for guidance, for overall like a better picture perspective. Most, like a lot of my lines will hit to a T, so I'm sticking to it. But I'd rather kind of like, you know, have a safety net in terms of my support or resistance rather than lose money and be like unrealistic in like, oh, this is going to go there. What I have also is just a couple of other indicators that I use that help me find the exact targets, but sometimes they still don't hit, or they actually just exceed completely my targets, and I'm left basically crying that I didn't hold long enough. But anyway, pay yourself, right? We're sticking to that. Incredible price action on Ethereum. These kind of like, I want to mark it just to show you, because we are at this point, and I suppose similarly to Bitcoin, psychological level, you know, getting above 1700 and obviously above 2000 mark. For Bitcoin, we were looking at the 25. Now we're going to be, if we break above 25, we're going to be looking at the 28 and 30, and like I was showing you the CME gap. So there are obviously psychological levels with every coin. Ethereum is a monster. On a daily, look at the MACDs are turning green. The RSI is giving a nice bullish formation here. Price action was kind of going sideways. We were in a range breaking above this. So what to watch obviously is where's it going to go next, and build that support or reject. And first things first, looking at the weekly and the 50 EMA. That is honestly my first thing I would always look at in technical analysis, 50 EMA, because it's really important to flip and turn bullish as well. And we're obviously going to look at 8 and 21, but look at how it used the 200. It was a rejecting point here. It was a bit of support. Yeah, we wicked lower. We had that doom and gloom. Those are lucky who bought it at 1400, and now we're pushing, and we're going to be hopefully seeing that conviction on the weekly and getting above. We're going to look at daily in a minute as well, because 50 on the daily is an important level to kind of break above too. But side action here, you know, trading above 50 EMA. Look how it was just that pesky little resistance here on the weekly. So it's just the level at the minute that is going to be a resistance. Question is, are we going to reject from here, or are we going to try and push above it and build support? on the weekly with the trading alpha, okay, it looks super peachy. We've had this W getting those little dots, just that accumulation range here. That top wasn't confirmed, still fabulous, and this candle is going to determine now how bullish this move is. Are we going to turn green here, or are we going to push above this and basically say goodbye to the bears for time being? Like, you know, once you kind of start seeing here, you can see it on the left, once you start seeing this sort of you know, in terms of like the candle change, outline the dots, chances are, you know, that we're going to see a nice push. This is a weekly outlook, guys, so the strength of those candles will be different to like a daily and etc. And there we have on our 8 and 21, it has turned bullish here. There was a lot of time to buy yourself that bag of Ethereum if you didn't yet. It's not a bad, obviously, point to FOMO in, but I wouldn't be FOMOing in, guys. It's not, again, financial advice. But Ethereum, I think, you know, I think a lot of people are predicting it's going to flip Bitcoin. Why not? You know, Bitcoin has its, you know, own story, but this has amazing utility. It's being, you know, it's still a main blockchain. Nothing is done without Ethereum, really. I'll be getting a lot of notifications for my setups. But get above this range. Look, we've been here before. We've been above the 1700, but we deviated here, and we've also just rejected here. The only thing is, as well, guys, we were in that bearish setup. We were rejecting of 21 EMA. Now we're building that support, so it's something, you know, to definitely bear in mind that for long-term investors, you kind of had that signal here. This sort of, you know, this sort of wick, it's, you know, you're out of the trade if you have a stop loss, but you're back in when you see there was no bearish confirmation, and you just take that risk, and especially on such a strong asset like Ethereum. Just don't know if I can really talk more about Ethereum. I can't predict where it's going to go. I think, again, with this coin, like, it's no brainer for finding for this seeing all-time high again. It's not really that far off. I suppose it still is a nice, for such a big market cap. Like, guys, I have so many alerts. You know, it's short of 2x from here, but obviously it's a big coin. Like, you know, I wouldn't be expecting this to do 100x. But if you're trading it, and I know a lot of people love scalping it, it's actually a nice range that gives. But for long term, I think ding ding ding. You know, look, this is a daily, and this is a 400 EMA. So 1800 would be a big one. It's definitely, look at it on like, you know, smaller time frames as well, because we've hit 50 on the weekly. So this is obviously going to be around the same level for on the smaller time frame. So you want to watch it if you're trading this, if you're scalping this. Keep your alerts and keep your money to yourself. You know, check how it's going to react around this level. I think, look, there's no denying that it's turned bullish. It looks good. Obviously, back again, you know, to the track line on the daily, amazing. It's been holding really, really well in general, like, you know, given everything else. So I like Ethereum. I like it. For long-term investment, you know, I mean, even if you were to DCA from here, this isn't going to give you awful discounts unless Black Swan. But still, long-term outlook and long-term possibilities here are, comparing to the risk and ratio, really, really good. All right, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you out there, guys. Don't forget to come into my Discord, say hello, give me your thoughts, write comments in either the description underneath the videos, or yeah, you know where to find me. Just guys, I got just verified on Twitter, so be aware of scammers, be aware of people that are still trying to pretend they're me. I'm hoping actually Instagram does the same, because the amount of people that are constantly being approached by my impersonators on that platform is just horrific, and I'm not paying thousands and thousands for some silly little blue mark like it used to be on Twitter. I think Instagram is actually introducing it as well. But yeah, guys, Discord, beware of scammers. I will never DM you, and I will never tell you that I have time for private lessons. The only time I have is for the Discord now, and for teaching everybody that joins the premium, and we can all share information and learn of each other. There's amazing people that are helping me out there, great OGs that have a lot of experience, ready to help. Don't hesitate. I'll see you there.